Hey, what's up? It's Mark, and I want to tell you about FODMAP foods. FODMAP foods are an acronym for different types of fiber that you consume inside of your diet. And let's back up for a second. There are different types of fibers that feed bacteria inside of your body. There's a whole bunch of different fiber types in our environment. Some fiber types can create the fuel that your good gut bugs need to flourish. They love it. They do so well with those foods. And other types of fibers that we consume can feed the bugs that kind of create problems inside of our days. So what we want to do here when we talk about consuming fiber is identify that there's some that are going to be really good for us and some that aren't going to be really that good for us if we have imbalances inside of our gut. And let's just be very clear. So many people do not get the adequate amount of fiber inside of their diet. Okay, so we've gone to this position where we don't eat a whole lot of fiber in our diet generally. We used to eat a whole lot more. Now the numbers they're slipping down. So what FODMAPs are, if you imagine this for a second, inside of your intestine, there's different gut bugs that are looking for different food groups. And as those gut bugs see the food that you've consumed, the gut bugs start to consume that food and they start to create waste. And in this case, when certain types of imbalanced gut bugs consume FODMAP-rich foods or fermentable types of fiber, what's going to happen is they're going to create gas, and they're also going to create some uncomfortable positions that you find yourself in your intestines. So remember, you're eating fiber, the bacteria are eating that same fiber and creating a problem. So can you see that if that's the case, there's an imbalance inside of your gut, and you're eating fiber that are causing more problems, it's probably a good idea to cut those out, right? Right. So limiting the amount of fermentable fibers that we're consuming inside of our diet for a short period of time can do very, very wonderful positive things for your bloating and your gas and your constipation that you probably struggle with. The FODMAP diet in my practice, I never use for very long because it's limiting a whole bunch of foods that are actually really good for you. So it's a short-term type plan while we get the mess out of the way that we find inside of our gut. So I rarely use a FODMAP diet for any longer than 4 weeks inside of my practice. Some use it a lot more. I like it for 4 weeks, get the heavy lifting, get the work done, get the gut bugs balanced and cleared out, and then rework back in these FODMAP-rich foods. What you find when you do that is that the limited list that we have to limit the fibers, you can work some of those back in without really any problems at all once you kind of clear out what's inside of the gut. But what so many people do, and it's a big common error, is they do a low FODMAP diet-based food for maybe 4 weeks or 6 weeks. They feel really good. They put the foods back in and they can't tolerate them. So the answer is, we'll revisit the FODMAP diet again. And why that is, you're just kind of riding the horse, riding the wheel, right? You're FODMAP dieting, you can't rework them back in, you're having symptoms, you're reworking them back in. You can't get ahead of it because the gut bugs that are actually causing the imbalance didn't go anywhere. They're still there. And knocking those back down effectively is one of the best strategies you can do to reintegrate those foods back and not have a laundry list of things that you don't want to be eating inside of your day. Sounds pretty simple, right? But doing things in order makes the most sense. Remember, the step number 1 for healing your bloating or your gas or your gut issue in general is remove the problems that are in your way. Remove the things causing the problems. That might be food, that might be stress, that might be different imbalances to your gut bugs. It could be a whole host of things causing the issues. And in month number 1, or for the first 4 weeks of your plan, you want to remove as many of those roadblocks as you can so that your body can get the position it's looking for to heal. So FODMAPs are fermentable fiber types. And if you're chronically bloated, you're probably consuming these FODMAPs inside of your diet almost every day, which explains why you can't track down, well, what was it yesterday that I ate that caused that bloating? It's not what you ate yesterday. It's the constant load of these fermentable fibers you're eating on a daily basis that might be causing your problems. So eliminating those for a short period of time will let your body calm down. And doing the right corrective steps to kind of repair what's inside of your gut is one of the smartest things you can do to reintegrate those foods back without much problem. So that's what FODMAPs are. My plan is going to outline exactly what I want you to eat for the first 28 days of your plan to knock those things down, to give you the tools that you need to kind of fuel your body, but not keep picking off the scab that's causing that gut issue maybe not to heal. So low FODMAP diet, I really like it for a short period of time. I don't like it for a long period of time, but it's one of the most effective strategies that you can do for a short period to get the bloating under control and to get control of healing your gut. Have a wicked day. See ya.